Few films in cinematic history have terrified audiences quite like The Exorcist. Released in 1973, it wasn't just a horror movie, it was a cultural earthquake. People fainted in theaters, some fled screenings in terror, and critics hailed it as both groundbreaking and blasphemous. But beyond the shocking imagery and unforgettable performances, The Exorcist carried something even darker: the reputation of being cursed. From mysterious deaths and strange accidents to whispers of genuine paranormal activity, the making of The Exorcist has been surrounded by an eerie aura for decades. Was it simply a dangerous set plagued by coincidence, or was something truly otherworldly at play? Tonight, we dive into the terrifying legend of The Exorcist curse. Part 1. The movie that shook the world. When William Friedkin adapted William Peter Blatty's 1971 novel The Exorcist, no one could have predicted the chaos it would unleash. Inspired by a real-life 1949 case of demonic possession, the story follows a young girl named Regan who becomes possessed by an ancient evil, and the priests who attempt to save her soul. From its very conception, the film stirred controversy. The Catholic Church condemned it, religious groups called it dangerous, and skeptics accused it of exploiting superstition. But once it hit theaters, the controversy only fueled its success. The Exorcist became one of the highest-grossing films of all time and was nominated for 10 Academy Awards. Yet while audiences were fainting in their seats, the cast and crew behind the scenes were experiencing a nightmare of their own. Part 2. A set plagued by accidents. The production of The Exorcist was notoriously troubled. Early into filming, a mysterious fire broke out on set. According to reports, almost the entire set was destroyed, except for one room, Regan's bedroom, the location of the possession scenes. The incident delayed filming for weeks and added millions to the budget. Director William Friedkin, known for his ruthless pursuit of realism, pushed his actors to their limits. Ellen Burstyn, who played Regan's mother Chris McNeil, suffered a permanent spinal injury when a stunt went wrong. During a scene where she's thrown to the ground, Burstyn was pulled by a harness too violently, leaving her screaming in pain. That take was used in the final cut of the film. Linda Blair, the 12-year-old star who portrayed Regan, was also injured during filming. In one scene, the thrashing bed mechanism malfunctioned, causing her to suffer a back injury that plagued her for years. Crew members reported feeling uneasy on set, with some describing sudden cold spots, strange noises, and a general sense of dread. Friedkin even brought in a priest to bless the set after the fire and a string of bizarre incidents. Part 3. The deaths surrounding the film. One of the darkest aspects of The Exorcist curse is the number of deaths connected to the production. Actor Jack McGoran, who played Burke Dennings, died suddenly from influenza complications shortly after completing his role. Vasiliki Maliaros, who played Father Karras' mother, also passed away before the film's release. Both characters die in the movie, fueling the eerie connection. In total, 9 people connected to the film reportedly died during its production or shortly after. Among them were relatives of cast members, crew workers, and even a night watchman on set. While skeptics argue that some of these deaths were coincidences, the sheer number fueled speculation that the film was cursed. Even more unsettling, Linda Blair received death threats after the movie's release, with fanatics claiming she had glorified Satanism. The studio was forced to hire bodyguards to protect the young actress for 6 months. Part 4. Paranormal experiences. Beyond the accidents and deaths, many claim that paranormal forces were at play. Both Linda Blair and Ellen Burstyn admitted to feeling uneasy, as though they were being watched. Crew members swore that strange technical malfunctions would happen only during certain scenes. Film reels went missing in transit, and sound problems plagued production. Jason Miller, who played Father Karras, was reportedly approached by a priest during filming who gave him a chilling warning: "You're playing with fire." Even audiences reported bizarre experiences. Across the United States, moviegoers fainted, vomited, or fled theaters. At one screening, a man collapsed and broke his jaw after passing out. Lawsuits were filed against Warner Brothers, though none were successful. Perhaps most chillingly, some religious leaders believed the film itself carried an evil presence. Priests warned against watching it, saying it could invite demonic forces into people's lives. Part 5. Friedkin's obsession with realism. Much of the terror on set came from director William Friedkin's extreme methods. He was determined to make the film as authentic as possible. He fired guns near actors to startle them before intense scenes. He had priests slap actors to provoke real emotional reactions. He blasted cold air into Reagan's bedroom to capture the actor's genuine shivering breath. Some argue that Friedkin's obsession with realism created the illusion of a curse. By pushing his cast and crew so hard, he caused injuries, exhaustion, and a heightened sense of paranoia that made ordinary accidents feel supernatural. But others believe that by trying to capture true evil on film, Friedkin may have opened a door to something darker. Part 6. The Legacy of the Curse. Nearly 50 years later, The Exorcist remains one of the most infamous, cursed films in Hollywood history. Its reputation has only grown with time, inspiring documentaries, conspiracy theories, and countless urban legends. To this day, many fans believe the curse is real. The combination of tragic deaths, mysterious accidents, and paranormal experiences is too chilling to ignore. Others insist the curse was a clever marketing tool. After all, nothing sells a horror movie better than whispers of the supernatural. Warner Brothers leaned into the rumors, and the legend of the Exorcist curse helped make the film a phenomenon. Part 7. Final Reflection. So was The Exorcist truly cursed, or was it simply a troubled production amplified by superstition? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between. Horror films often blur the line between fiction and reality. And when tragedy strikes behind the scenes, it's tempting to assign meaning to it. Whether by coincidence, poor safety practices, or something more sinister, the making of The Exorcist left behind a trail of fear and fascination that refuses to fade. What can't be denied is the impact of the film itself. The Exorcist changed cinema forever, redefining horror and embedding itself in cultural memory. And maybe that's the real power of the curse, not in the accidents or deaths, but in the way the fear it created continues to haunt us decades later. Because sometimes, the scariest part of a horror film isn't what happens on screen, it's what happens when the cameras stop rolling.